So this is the moment. Australia and Ireland coming down the tunnel. Cameron Smith, Liam Finn, a couple of 30-year-olds, captain of their nations at this World Cup. It's not the biggest of crowds tonight. It's in a big stadium. We're not close up like we have been. The most recent examples, Headingley last night. But the Australians, out they come without Thurston tonight, without Inglis, but you have a look at their side and it's stars wall to wall. Phil Bentham, referee for this one. Thierry Alibert is the video referee.
Onside.
Might be a busy night for him. Let's get it underway with Cameron Smith. And Ireland to have first use of the football. And they have quite the mountain to climb and a good first charge from White. And now Australia have the ball for the first time. And Tamo's back there to take the hit up to halfway.
Vossi, I had a quick walk across the field earlier before the match, and it's got a really good camber on it, this field. And that means the middle part of the field's actually quite dry, but the edges had some water soaking through them.
And obviously instructions then for those men out wide is not to go too close to that sideline. Easy to be forced over as Cronk pushes them to the right side. Slater, slick work, takes through the gap and straight away to Darren Hayne, away from Grix. The Kangaroos had the first try, and you saw Hayne. He just about slid his way to the city here at Limerick.
Not a great kick from the Irish. Good field position, and then just through the hands. The work from Tate here to punch himself into the channel. Then Hayne says, I'm good enough from here.
Australia just 5 away, as you can see. It's with Cronk. This is dangerous. Cooper Cronk slides through, and the Australian halfback has scored a second try for the Kangaroos. And it's gone to Cooper Cronk.
Just a fraction to the side, and then the show and go. Cooper Cronk, not the biggest customer, but with good way on, good speed, and then only just 7 metres out, knows a little fend will help him over the line.
Yeah, big weight of possession for the Kangaroos. Cameron Smith slides that one inside the right hand upright, and it's a 10-0 lead. You know, there'd be better sides than Ireland, far better sides than Ireland, that would be behind by more than 10 at this point. Cherry Evans, there's a third try. What a pass from Cherry Evans to Greg Bird. He's let him out of the cage, hasn't he?
And there's players all ready to receive footballs. A great line from Nat Miles, take a little pressure from the Irish defence and opens up the hole for Greg Bird out wide. The arcing run from Slater, you see him in the back of the picture, around the back also proving too much to handle. And it was just a matter of time.
Everyone else, though, just sits and watches as Smith converts for 16-0. Just inside the Ireland half, and another touch for Parker. He's a player who can offload, Corey Parker. He's a bit of a sleeper in that department. You don't sort of notice, or you don't give him credit for the offloads that he does. Fafita with the ball, dummies as Slater was taken out. Fafita just goes across field, this big thing, and was able to pass 15 away from the line. Australia last tackle. Smith goes low, it came off the legs, knocked back by Cherry Evans, not played at. It's with Morris, and Brett Morris has gone over. Phil Bentham caught play on, he won't refer it. Brett Morris scores a try with just a slice of luck in it.
He dumps out a dummy half, and he gets a ricochet here that props itself up into the air, and Cherry Evans bats it back, and there's no brotherly love there. Brett says to Josh, I'll show, but then I'll go, and I'm going to score this one myself. Have a look here. Could have fed it out the back. No, it's mine, he says. Goss Jason, he's done some tackling. He'll move into the back row. There's Bezek's on the field now for Ireland as well.
As Cameron Smith lines up this kick. Leading try scorer in 2008 was Billy Slater at the World Cup with 7. So we're on course to pass that mark this time around. And a successful Cameron Smith. 22-0 lead, 7.5 to go first half. Here's Tamo playing it for Smith. And there's the ball with Miles and Cronk and Slater. Slater onto a dummy from Slater, and over he goes. Billy Slater has another test try for Australia. And he's got plenty, don't worry about that. We saw that right from game number 1 in Cardiff. Slater scores try 5 for the Kangaroos.
So similar to the try Cooper Cronk scored, but it was Cronk who passed him the ball this time. And they get the defence going sideways, and I love the way Billy Slater just holds himself up. He knows the line's coming. He says, where? Just a little half second there, and the line appears right in front of him. Just gets down.
Smith from 10 metres in from touch. And this for a 28-0 lead. Pretty sure that was the same scoreline against England for Ireland. Smith misses, in fact. So 26-0 at half-time. Let's see what he produces. Paddy Richards for Ireland. Second half of this World Cup clash at Thomond Park in Limerick. And he goes for the low hammer for the sideline. It's a beauty. Thaiday did well like a soccer goalkeeper to knock it sideways and back. And here's there's a differential penalty. Well, I don't know, I've seen it all. What year is it? Just check, can you? Just check what year it is.
This is going to be a tackle inside the 20 for the Aussies.
The penalty, feet across the scrum penalty from Phil Bentham. You bloody beauty. That's fantastic. This World Cup has had it all, folks. Ball comes to centre field for Hassan. He's 10 metres from the line. Hassan thinks it's 1972. He's off to the reunion dinner in a few weeks. Ball comes back for Ambler. Yes, Ireland have their chance. Listen closely. They're a metre from the Kangaroos' goal line. Haven't had to say that tonight, and they've dropped it. And the ball is fielded by Tate, and Tate comes back for the Kangaroos. Nice turn of defence into attack from Slater, and Slater with a nice show of the ball to Morris, and Slater is upended in the tackle of McCarthy. 10-2 here in Limerick tonight. The home side copying and pasting in that department. Tate quick hands off Slater. Now Hayne tries to stand up Griggs. He ran around Griggs in the first half. Not that time. Ireland have found a little groove here. And this is Finn. There's more pace. There's more direct play about their attack. It went out to Richards over the top. It's way too strong. But they are running hard and straight and getting a little bit of room to work off the back of that.
Great energy.
10 from the Island line to centre field. Farah and Parker, and Cronk is straight through. Cooper Cronk weaving his way through to score. Hello, the video referee better wake up. Thierry Alibert, you've got a decision to make. Phil Bentham sends this one upstairs on whether Cooper Cronk has a second try for the night.
Somebody's made contact. Look like the inside shoulder, but he'll come up with it. Cheers, pal.
10, James Tom.
Can't hear him. Can't hear Thierry.
Well, I don't know whether you're getting the audio of the video referee. Apologies if you weren't, but the decision is going to come through that it is a try to Australia. Parker gets it for a 32-0 lead. He's going to go left. Fafita, that time, lays it off for Cherry Evans. Beats one, does a bit of Fafita work of his own. Chip through, he's got it back. Daly Cherry Evans, super solo try for the Kangaroos. And that makes 3 test tries in 3 tests for DCE Daly Cherry Evans.
Well, this is just an individual brilliance. This, you can see the number 11 for Ireland, who's been doing all the work. Tyrone McCarthy shoots up hard on Cherry Evans, so he has to switch back the other way, and he gets that neat little kick in for himself, and you're just looking at it now, and he just flies through, picks it up, and dives over. Great try.
Oh, is that Alan Langer? Is that that's an Alfie Langer play from Cherry Evans, isn't it?
Oh, he's about twice the size of Alfie. So give Alfie some credit.
And now over to Corey Parker. Second conversion attempt, and the scoreline blows out now. It's taken a while. Farah for Cronk. Gallen was there. They've put Cordner onto the ball. He was almost away. Good tackle by Griggs to stop him. 11 from the line. Gallen to Fafita. No one will stop him there. Andrew Fafita has a try for Australia and celebrates. He's on his honeymoon, you know, Andrew Fafita. married a day before the Kangaroos departed.
In the middle of the park, you've got Gallen. We spoke about him carrying the ball and the amount of carries that he does, and tough carries. He's become the halfback there, the ball player. He's thrown a great ball out wide, and there's no stopping the big man there. He's just run straight into the hole. Little bit of a juggle, went straight through, and good ball from Paul Gallen.
Just good selection from Gallen.
Corey Parker's now 3 from 3. And he's gone low again for the sideline. Oh, and he's got the error. Pat Richards, you're a little beauty.
We've been talking Brent Tater. Doesn't make a mistake, Brent Tate, does he?
Always the curse, isn't it? Always.
He's always mentioned early on how I like him in the middle third.
Cronk, good ball delivered, but the defence excellent there from Curry. Preventing Cordner going over. He's gone close a couple of times now. Ball back for Hayne. That's an easy one for Jared Hayne. Doesn't need to be the Hayne train or the Hayne plane to score that one. He just walked it over.
Jared in for a double. Mentioned earlier how he sometimes struggles to get some football when he's out on the wing, and I don't think he really enjoys it either. Happy to play there for Australia for sure. And this time he pops into the centre position and gives Tate some room on the wing. Doesn't need to go to him. Good little step, so strong around the hips that a shoulder's needed to bring that man to the ground.
So Parker for 50-0. And Corey Parker, steady right boot. Steady she goes. Lands it. And that is it. A 9-try night to the Kangaroos. So we've seen the big 3 so far this weekend come up with big wins. But here tonight at Thoman Park in Limerick, Australia 50, Ireland 0.